It is the 1st of December, so if someone hasn't already, pinch punch 1st of the month and feel free to return it in the comments down below. Now, it's very cold. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning in the winter, so the sun hasn't come up, but even if it had, you wouldn't be able to tell because of this crazy mist. Now, I'm in the middle of the field, so I can just about see to the edges all round, but when I was walking in, I couldn't see the other end of the field. The mist is really thick, which is awesome. One of my favourite parts about wildlife photography in the winter is the mist, if you can get the sun shining through it or birds in the distance when they're kind of clouded by the mist. The atmosphere is insane, so I'm very excited to see what photos we can get today. Now today I have with me the Canon 7D Mark II and Sigma 150mm lens. So I'm going to be using this setup. I also have a tripod in my bag. Now if you watch this channel, you'll know that I don't usually use a tripod, but today, because of the mist, it does mean it's a little bit more gloomy than usual. And so I have the tripod just in case we need to take a photo on a higher shutter speed and we need that little bit of stability so we don't have to have the ISO quite as high. This mist is just looking awesome, and we're not even by water, and mist always gets better when you're by the water. And like I predicted, we got some awesome photos. There was a pheasant in this field, which you can't see because of the mist. And the mist was probably reassuring the pheasant that it was still concealed because they are quite shy birds. Now in this field, it's a very marshy field. There's lots of huge puddles and the water's very high. There's nothing normally in this ditch, but as you can see, the water is very high at the moment because of all the rain. Now the pheasant was walking right behind one of these puddles, meaning we got the reflection of the pheasant in the puddle and the mist all in the same photo. So they were some epic photos. Not sure if you can still hear them in the background, but a flock of geese just flew over. I just quickly took a few snaps, raised the shutter speed up because they are flying in the sky, and because it's a white sky, the ISO isn't going to be as high because it's quite bright. Now I believe there will be a bit of noise over the birds, but let's just have a look on the back of the camera. Now, they were really quite low, and so I had to zoom the camera out. I'm at about 250mm, so the birds weren't too much in the field, but we didn't get the V shape, we only got one bird. But even so, they're still cool photos. And just on this tree here, we have some awesome webs. I hope you can see them. Now, this is one of the best parts about dew, or What bird is that? Sorry, I just got distracted. I think it's just a robin, but it was flying like a kingfisher very low over the water. No, it might be a wren actually, which makes sense. They've got a very straight flight. I'm gonna see if I can take a photo. If I do, you'll see it. It's gone. It's gone. It just disappeared like that. So, no, I see it. It is there. Gosh, it's very elusive, right? Well, I did technically get some photos, and you can see the wren in there if you really, really look. But they're not good photos. So let's get back to the tree. Now, as I was saying, on this tree, you can see the web and the dew, and it's so cool. Now, I don't have the right lens with me to take photos, but I have taken them before. Spider webs with the dew on them, you know what they look like. They're classic, but they are so beautiful. And honestly, when you're out walking in nature, although spiders are something most people don't appreciate, I love seeing their webs and all the dew on them. I'm one of those people that also appreciate the spiders, but let's not get into that. There's another wren in front of me. They're everywhere. Look at this mist, it's actually insane. You can't see anything. Now there are a few ducks on this lake behind me, and I just zoomed into 600mm, and this is all you can see. That was crazy. In this tree, just in the middle of an empty field full of mist, there was a red kite sitting on top of it. Now, if there wasn't any mist, we would have got beautifully clear images, but with the mist, it gives it a different atmosphere, a different character to the photo. So we got some cool photos, and then I was really hoping he'd fly towards me when he took off. Sadly, he jumped and went behind the tree, so there was no point in taking photos. You may be able to see it on this camera, which was on top of my camera filming, but it really is, it's disappointing because I was really hoping we get some awesome photos of it taking off towards us. Now, it flew off over in that direction into the mist. and I lost sight of it because the mist is so thick, it's just white. Meaning I am now going to take a walk over to that side of the farm and see if we can get a better shot of it. I know I keep saying it, but the visibility we have today is actually insane. I can hardly see 100 meters in every direction, which means I don't know how I'm gonna find this red kite. Realistically, I'm probably not. Now, I did walk past a bunch of goldfinches. I did take a quick photo, but we are on the tail of this red kite, so I couldn't stop for too long. But yeah, I just don't know how I'm gonna find it in all this mist. I believe it's somewhere in this direction, but I just see a field which quickly turns into mist. I've come all the way to the other side of the field now. There is a telephone pole, I'm not sure if you can see it, somewhere around here. We could just about see that on the other side of the field, but I can't see the large tree that the red kite was on, meaning the mist is really blocking our view and I cannot see any red kites. What I can see is a few cows in the distance in this field. I can just see their outlines because they are still a distance away. In fact, there's a flock of what looks like starlings also swirling around them, but again, too far away to take a decent photo of. Now, I am freezing. I took my gloves off so I had more dexterity with the camera, just in case I saw the red kite and had to react quickly. But having not seen it, I think I'm gonna go home and warm up. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Go follow my Instagram. It's got a new name, Toby Wood Photo. Go follow that, the link is in the description, and I will see you in the next one.